Dinosaur bones are not sent to be carbon dated because they're 65 million years old, according to evolutionary theory, an assigned age of 65 million years at least. So it would be stupid to send one in to have it carbon dated to see if there's any carbon in it, because anything over 50,000 to 100,000 years does not have any carbon in it any longer. However, their premise is such that prevents them from doing that. So you get creationists who say that those fossils are no more than 4,400 years old. They did this. They took hadrosaur bones and other various types of old fossils, sent in after they made sure that they were perfect specimens. There was no contamination. They were treated and prepared properly. They sent them in. They didn't tell them what it was. They just said, could you please carbon date this? They sent in a total, I think it was 25 different specimens. And they all came back within 20,000 to 40,000 years, carbon dating years. 20,000 to 40,000. Hadrosaur. If anybody knows what a hadrosaur is, that's a dinosaur. That shouldn't even be any carbon in it. They found carbon in dinosaur bones. 24 of them. I find that very interesting.
Now, I don't have a lot of chemistry knowledge. From my understanding, carbon, for example, like you hold a piece of wood, carbon is in it. You hold a bone, carbon is in it. You said 50,000 years of, or carbon dating years, right? Until there is no carbon in it. What does that mean? So after the 50,000 carbon dating years,
sure,
what does it look like?
So let's say you have 100, let's say a specimen contains 100 molecules of carbon, let's just say. In 5,700 years, it's going to have 50. In another 5,700 years, it's going to have 25. You keep doing that until it gets down to like 1 or a half, and it's negligible. You can't even detect it any longer. So you add up those carbon dating years of 5,700 half-lives. You can only go back so many half-lives until it's all dissipated. It's all gone. Most of the dinosaur bones that are pre-flood, that was in the worldwide flood, is somewhere in the 25 to 40,000 carbon dating years consistently.
I've seen a researcher prove that there was still, can't remember if it was bone marrow or the blood that was still in some dinosaur bones that he was researching. Have you heard of that?
Yeah. It was Mary, what is it, Schleider? Can't remember her name, but she was the first one to find it. She was an evolutionary paleontologist, and it was completely by mistake. Now they're looking for them. Some are looking for them. You wouldn't look for that. You wouldn't allow yourself to look for that if you're an evolutionist. Because to think that something was preserved for 65 to now 83 million years or whatever, they found some in hadrosaur that are assigned an age of 83 million years, would be kind of dumb to look for something like that. So now they're like, she was hesitant, I guess, to publish this for good reason. But now they kind of embrace it and say, wow, isn't it great how we were so wrong about how long things can be preserved?